Hey guys, this is Brian calling from Reality Suite in New Jersey. Again, I want to thank you guys for doing this weekly podcast because this is awesome. I used to look forward to your podcast every month, and now I know it's like a consistent thing, and it's great. I'm really happy about this. Anyway, quick question. So about songwriting. Now, my band will be covering a song from a band that I used to be in 20 years ago. I was not a part of the writing of the song. It was a bigger song for us. And that band broke up in the mid-2000s, and the two songwriters have no interest in being a part of the song or, any success that song may have. So, for example, I reached out to the singer. We're on good terms. We have a friendship, but his attitude was really like, look, I don't really care what happens. And I explained to him residuals and, he may want to sign up with a publisher. Didn't care to be bothered. I reached out to the guitar player who was also a co-writer on the song, and he did not want to bother either. Didn't even respond to me. I know he was a little bit salty about how the band broke up, but anyway, I know ethically what I should do. I should put them down as songwriters, obviously. But my concern is, well, any residuals, how little as they may be, will they be going into limbo? And if they're going into limbo, should I then put myself down or my other bandmates down as co-writers so that at least those residuals are going to somebody? I understand the ethics, so I understand ethically we were not the songwriters, and I want to be transparent with my two previous song or bandmates. But again, what's your opinion on that, and what do you think I should do? Thanks a lot. I'm Brian from the band Reality Suite. Have a great day.
Chris, what's your take on that?
I have a very definitive answer. Do not put your own names as the songwriters. That is potentially opening up a can of worms and inviting a lot of problems. However, couldn't he, through CD Baby Pro Publishing, oh no, only if it's a co-writer. I was thinking we could still collect on their behalf, and it would be his responsibility to take those royalties and pay them to the songwriters. But I don't think we can do that unless he's a writer.
Yeah, when I was listening to his message, I thought, well, he should still credit them as the songwriters, but he could be the publisher and own the song because that's what the publishing world is. That publishing company owns the songs and they still pay the songwriters. That seemed like the way to go in this situation. Maybe, like you're saying, he should say, hey, in order for me to collect this money, I'm going to put myself in as 10% of the song ownership or something like that. Or maybe they could say, hey, like some bands, even though there's like a one or two main songwriters, based on how they want the money to work, they might give everybody equal credit on songs. I've seen that happen as well. So that could be a conversation like, hey, can I give everyone equal credit on this? And then as we promote and continue to drive value for this song, we can get paid some money for it too, since you aren't interested and we're doing all this work. That might be an option.
Here's a question. Did he say whether the song had, under the previous band, had actually been released officially?
My assumption was it had.
Because if so, they could just release it as a cover. And as long as he divorces himself from the idea that he'll ever see any publishing money, then his band will now collect all the sound recording royalties. And then whether the songwriters get paid or not isn't his problem.
Yeah, that's true. It's an interesting scenario. I'd be curious to see if anyone else listening has had similar things pop up where it's like you have band members leave, and how have you dealt with that ongoing rights conversation around songs? Because especially in a situation where people are like, I'm not interested, and maybe it sounds like he's pretty excited about this song. I don't think he specified whether or not it had been released. But if it hadn't, that might change the equation a little bit. Then he could say, hey, here's $200. I'm going to buy this song from you and just call it mine.
Send them nice gift baskets in the mail. And what did they like when you were still in a band? A year's subscription to ESPN or so. I don't know.
Is that what does it?
Just warm them up a little bit and be like, I know we didn't end on the best terms, but
yeah,
you like sports.
that's right. There you go. Interesting question. I don't know if we have any more of a definitive or other ideas than what we've said, but I wanted to share because I was curious to see what if other artists are feeling like they're finding themselves in this same kind of scenario where somebody leaves who contributed, and now you got to deal with moving forward, and they're not interested.